Going on, everybody? David Feldman-Makrias back at it again with you today. And what we're going to talk about is specific to car dealers and it's specific to selling more vehicles. We're going to go over some of the keywords that myself and my team are testing live in our Google Ads campaigns. So you might be using some of these keywords already. You might not be. This is more of a short video just to uncover some of the type of different keyword ideas that we are testing, that we are evaluating, and it's literally just to get some of your creative juices going. So without further ado, let me switch into my Google document here. All right, so here's a list that we have. And this list is broken out into two types of categories. They're all focused on make and model. This can be interchanged for a new make model or even a used make model. So both auxiliary to new car and used car franchises. And within this segmentation, we have two different buckets labeled LF and HF. That's to signify our strategy on keywords that are more lower to the funnel, meaning someone that is ready to make a purchasing decision soon, and we qualify them because of what they search, of course. Now, people that do the high funnel may not necessarily not be in the lower stage of the funnel, but it gives us a more broader reach. So it reaches people in the low part of the funnel, but also the mid and high part, at least of the search funnel. Now, if someone is searching any of these keywords, then granted, they're going to want to buy a car soon. So it's important to, go over some of these keywords and just give them to you as ideas. So let's go over them. Note that we have brackets make model in here for pretty much everything. We also have year make model in here as well, and that's to indicate that you can insert whatever year make model or whatever make model that you're advertising. So if it's a Ford Explorer, you could put Ford Explorer test drive near me. If it's a 2024 Chrysler Pacifica, you could put schedule a test drive for 2024 Chrysler Pacifica, so on and so forth. So what do we have? We have some common ones that you may already be using if you're running Google Ads. Test drive near me. So we have, let's use the example Ford Explorer. So we have Ford Explorer test drive near me. We have Ford Explorer dealer near me. We have Ford Explorer lease price. We have Ford Explorer monthly payment. I think this is going to be a big one considering what we're seeing in the economy now. Anything with monthly payment or affordability would be a great keyword to test. We have Ford Explorer financing options, Ford Explorer trade-in value. Now, this keyword, it depends on where you want to direct people. So if they type in that, you may not want to bring them to an actual listing of a Ford Explorer. You might want to bring them to a value your trade plugin or something where they can actually see how much their car is worth. Ford Explorer incentives, always a good one. Best deals on, now we get into some of the year make model. Best deals on 2024 Ford Explorer. Schedule a test drive for 2024 Ford Explorer. Note the difference between this one and this one is just adding in the year. And that makes it a little more specific. If you're adding in a year, I think it's relevant to actually drive them to that actual vehicle page, that vehicle detail page. Whereas if you don't have a year and have multiple years of the make model, you can actually drive them to a search result page. Let's keep going down the list. Get pre-approved for your 2024 Ford Explorer financing. That's a great one. Here's can I afford? Can I afford to lease a 2024 Ford Explorer? Is the Ford Explorer reliable for long commutes? Now, one can argue that this actually goes in the higher funnel bucket, but it could go either way. 2024 Ford Explorer monthly lease payment calculator. That's cool, especially if you have a calculator tool on your website or have some sort of payment calculation on your website. that would be relevant. Down payment amount. This is very interesting. How much down do you need? $5,000 down on 2020 Ford Explorer. That's great. What credit is required to finance a 2020 Ford Explorer? No money down. 2024 Ford Explorer lease deals. 2024 Ford Explorer loan options with bad credit. 2024 Ford Explorer in stock near. I mean, this is pretty common, but these ones, loan options with bad credit, no money down, and what is required to finance, those are all really, really great keywords to test, especially now that we're going into times where interest rates are not in our favor or not in the consumer's favor to actually make a deal. 2024 Ford Explorer with sunroof for sale. Heated seats, still a big one. 2024 Ford Explorer lease deals. I don't know if I would combine this with a lease deals. I think it's a little bit too long-tailed. I think heated seats in 2024 Ford Explorer might be nice. But again, that could also go to high funnel. So now, a lot of these keywords talked about incentives, finance options, test driving, what's credits required, so on and so forth. How that differs from our high funnel keywords is, again, we're going after a higher funnel option in the market. So you'll notice some of those are going to be a little more broad, and we're going to compete with higher level like car and driver, manufacturers, so on and so forth. So first off, is the Ford Explorer a good car? Ford Explorer pros and cons, Ford Explorer safety rating, Ford Explorer fuel efficiency, Ford Explorer interior, Ford Explorer technology features. Does the 2024 Ford Explorer come with a sunroof? Heated seats in 2024 Ford Explorer. I'm actually going to take that one out of the LF because it's duplicated, and it makes more sense in here. Ford Explorer technology features. We already said that. Expert reviews. That's cool. This actually is a really interesting idea because you can lead them right to a review page for that specific model if you really want to get crafty. Pros and cons of the 2024 Ford Explorer. Does this 2024 Ford Explorer have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto? That's a bigger one, especially in the last few years. You know, we're gotten away from navigation systems being innately in cars, and we just rely on our cell phones. Driver assistance features available on the 2024 Ford Explorer. Wireless charging compatibility in the new 2024 Ford Explorer. We have 2024 Explorer Apple CarPlay. So this is year model, no make. A little bit of a difference. But as Google's broadimation continues, you'll probably see some overlap between year, make, model and make model keywords, just because Google actually has it more broad. We have 2024 Explorer blind spot monitor, new Explorer safety rating, 2024 Explorer sunroof, new Explorer wireless charging, new Explorer heated seats, new Explorer cargo space, new Explorer sound system, new Explorer keyless entry. Notice that a lot of these are reviews and features and opinions about the actual vehicle, where these keywords are more based off of credit, purchasing, test driving, near me. That's why we differentiate them between LF lower funnel and HF higher funnel. We still think it's a great idea to go after both. We see great results from both. Typically, higher funnel keywords and higher funnel ad copy yields a larger budget allocation. But if you'd like to know some of the results from these keywords and what works best, let me know. But those are some new, anticipated, and some classic keyword ideas that we'll be testing and are already testing for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments, and I would love to get back to you. You guys trying to provide as much value, not trying because trying promotes failure, but providing them as much value as I possibly can with meaningful data is what we're about here. I'll see you next time.